Welcome to TJ's podcast.
Hey, here we are wrapping up another week. Another great week on TJ's podcast. We're going to wrap it up by doing what we do every day. Keeping our foot on the gas and gassing it till the world blows up.
Oh, jeez.
This is every day I'm supposed to say something that tells what the podcast is like in the beginning. I'm supposed to do that, but I'm out of stuff for this week. I'm burnt. I mean, I'm really burnt. Tired. I'm tired, man.
Yeah.
And then I get thrown off by little things. I was just telling Riggins that big problems don't affect me as much as little annoying problems do. With a big problem, sometimes, I mean, it does affect me. And if it's something that's disastrous, obviously I'm not talking about that. But let's say a project has fallen apart that we're working on or whatever. Okay, we deal with that. It sucks, but we deal with it. But my computer running out of storage, and nobody knows why when I don't ever save anything, and messing up something that I was doing yesterday, that has thrown me off. Because I was trying to record this podcast from my house yesterday, just change it up a little bit, and then we would be finished early. Friday we'd be, an hour earlier leaving work, the whole thing. And I had even texted Riggins and told him that's what I was going to be doing. Then I had to write him back and go, never mind, didn't work. My computer crapped out in the middle of recording it. And what I had recorded yesterday was so much better than anything we're going to be able to come up with now. But are you like that, Riggins? And I think it comes down to throwing me off my routine. A bigger issue, that becomes your routine to fix it at that point. But when something doesn't work the way it's supposed to work is what does it. But you're a routine person.
Yeah. I get really frustrated when I feel like my time is wasted. And even though I've got like infinite amount of time, I don't handle it well.
Yeah, all that time was wasted. And I look at it that way because I think about if somebody were to pay me to come to their business and stand out there for an hour that I just wasted here, how much money that would have been worth. So I look at it like I wasted, if I'm working on something, around the house, like if I'm trying to put together a piece of furniture or something from Wayfair, I'm not good at that.
Yeah.
So by the time I get finished and all, I think about how much time was wasted that I could have been doing something important.
Like signing bills into law.
Exactly. Lobbying and whatnot.
Sure.
All those important things.
I get everything. Everybody's got their thing that like either they can't figure out how to do well or things that really just make them nuts.
Mm-hmm.
But this week it was just a lot of stuff.
Yeah. And I still need to get a hobby.
Yeah, you got to go out. You got to try a bunch of stuff though.
Yeah, I'm not good at trying things.
You don't play chess, do you?
Lord, no. I'm just saying because I wouldn't be able to sit there in one spot and have to concentrate on that. I'm not much of a games person. I like physical games, like throwing the old ball around or something. Hey, come on out here, you're old man, throw the old ball around. But I need something that's not work related to be doing as a hobby. But the thing is I'm not good at a lot of stuff. Actually doing stuff. I'm not good at doing.
So maybe you don't want a hobby.
No, I do. I want something. I look at these guys who, most guys my age this time of year, like I'm not as old as your dad, but think about your dad when you were growing up. He's getting ready and he's trying to get his grass and his yard looking as best as he can, and he's talking to other guys about the grass. What I do is this and what I do is that. Always outside when he's home trying to do something. I have no interest in that.
Well, that's fine.
At all.
Luckily, there's a lot of things you could do. Like his old boss, I think I've told you this before. He's retired now. He's way into RC planes, like remote control airplanes.
Yeah.
He's got a bunch of them. And he's got, I think he's a wealthy person, and I think it's an expensive hobby, but he loves that. Now, to me, that doesn't sound interesting at all. But he's built his own airplane hangar for these things, and every weekend he's going out and driving to go fly these planes. You just got to stumble upon it.
Yeah, that sounds like I want to do something that's not a children's activity.
Yeah, my grandpa was into models, like building models. He would build models all the time.
Maybe I can't find a good hobby because I'm too judgmental. Yeah, you think that's the thing? Yeah. Like I was talking about with my friend Glenn that day. He'll jump on something so fast. It's like, now I'm a drag racer. Now I'm playing airsoft wars. Now, he just will get into anything. And you know what I usually think about when my wife says, yeah, I mean, he can't sit still. I think she's saying to me, he's not like you. You are. He's being active and you're just sitting around.
What do you think you would like to do? Have you I know, because you've been saying this for like a year now, I need to get a hobby.
Yeah.
Have you had any breakthroughs? Nothing. Not a thing.
No.
Yeah, maybe you don't want a hobby. Because what do you think a hobby will do?
It will give me a little bit of an escape from, the news and the I can do this to be entertaining, and I can do that, and then just like I said, when I got out and sat on the front porch the other day, just to be sitting out there for about 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It just gives you a different perspective.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. I want a hobby, but the hobby that I must have, I've got to be good at it, because I hate sucking at things. And so, like, say, my hobby, all of a sudden I'm going to take up golf. And everybody says, well, most people suck at golf, but they love it. I wouldn't love it. If I'm not good at it, I wouldn't love it. I would hate it.
No, well, no one's enjoying when they're hitting it into the sand trap.
But they still go out there.
Yeah, because they want to get better.
I know, but I know. That's me. I don't want to get better.
Day.
Yeah. And I've been that way my whole life. If it's something that I don't think I'm going to be good at, I don't do it.
Well, that might be your problem.
It is. I think it is.
That might be your problem.
And that's why I've never really played golf.
No.
I've hit a few, off the tee, and did that pretty well, because that's pretty much just technique. Just whomp it as hard as you can.
Sure. That's why some guys just go to the driving range, because that's the fun part.
Mm-hmm.
You're just ripping them.
So I don't like the clothes. I don't like other people talking about golf.
Yeah.
I don't like it when men stand around with an imaginary golf club in their hand and practice their swing, like when they're in a conversation at a bar or something. That gets on my nerves. I can't build it at all, so it's not like I can go in there and start. Oh, you see this latest birdhouse I built? I can't do that.
So you need something that you'll be good at right out of the gate.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe get a bonsai tree. What you need is something, because you got to slow down. You got to unplug. That's the main part of it. Because I get it too. Like, you end up watching TV and you're scrolling on your phone. You're like, oh, I'm just like being inundated with content and information all the time. So it's to get out of that.
And in my an hour line of work, when you're being inundated with content, you don't just look at it for entertainment and then go on. You look at it and then you're thinking, all right, how can I use this? What if we did this? What if we did that on the show? And all of that. Yeah. is, I guess working out is a hobby.
Yeah, it could be. If you're enjoying doing it and it
Yeah.
gives you some clarity. I think hobbies are good. But I kind of do the same thing. I want to get into things, and I think, oh, it just feels overwhelming to try out something new. And
Yeah.
what if I'm terrible at it? And
Don't you like flying kites?
I do, yeah. Like I bought a bunch of kites when I was going to go see my nephews and my niece, and then everybody got sick, so we weren't able to do it. It's not something I'm like yearning to go do, like go fly a kite. But I figured, I was like, kids like kites. We'll go out, and that'll be fun for them. They probably don't do that. They're iPad kids. So it was a good idea in theory. I still have them.
You know what I hate about kite people? Is when they're flying those kites that sound like they have an airplane engine in them. When the wind takes them, you've never heard of those?
They make
I mean,
noises.
every time I'm on the beach, I'm just relaxing. I'm trying to doze off. Some man is behind me with one of those kites that when they make it swoop down, and when it does, it goes back up because somehow the wind hits it and it makes this noise and it sounds like an airplane, keeping me awake on the beach.
Yeah, I've never seen that. That's
I'd love to shoot it down, just like a drone. Just get you one of those.
Yeah. I don't know that I'd want to go do it by myself, though. That doesn't seem like that much fun.
You still have to run to get a kite up in the air.
Not if it's windy enough. Yeah, I mean, you got to get a little head start on it, but
You see me holding that string and looking by, and then boom, goes out of the ground.
it's like Charlie Brown. What about Winston Churchill was really into painting in his later years of his life. He wrote a whole book about it.
And I love Winston Churchill. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not artistic in the least. I mean, the worst, absolute worst. Anything artistic.
What about you like cooking?
Mm-hmm.
What about growing your own vegetables, peppers and things?
Yeah,
like
that's yard work, though.
Kind of. But they said people buying gardening supplies and cultivating their own food jumped like 27% in the last 5 years.
Now, what you said, you were talking about everybody saying they're homesteading. Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
They're homesteading.
Yeah. Now that's like an extreme version of that. But the like gardening equipment, the gardening industry has exploded in the last couple of years.
Yeah. My next door neighbors, they're a young couple. They don't have kids. I think they're the L word. I think.
Must be.
The other L word, liberal. And she's a veterinarian. And she could have served in the armed forces as well, but I don't know. And she just built a garden in their backyard, and it's started by putting up all this plywood.
Yeah.
Around, and I don't know what that's for. I've never seen a garden have to have plywood around it.
Raised beds.
And I thought maybe it's because they have a dog and they didn't want the dog getting into the garden or whatever. But she's been working on that thing a month.
Yeah. People love it.
Yeah.
For the same kind of reasons. It kind of clears you out. And you're working in the hand, like in the dirt with your hands. I kind of understand the appeal of that.
You also have to think about, though, when you're working outside in the dirt and all that, it's getting hot soon. It's going to be really hot.
Yeah.
I don't want to be out there. I don't want sweating to be my hobby.
So it's got to be inside, indoor.
Not necessarily. It could be outdoors, but just not for long periods of time.
Yeah. You got a lot of stipulations. Yeah, I don't think you do want a hobby.
And it can't be expensive. That's another thing. It can't be expensive.
Yeah. I get that.
Do women have expensive hobbies? You never hear about that. You hear about men having expensive hobbies.
Fly fishing and
Duck hunting is an expensive hobby. I bet those model planes, that's an expensive remote control planes.
I think it is.
But women's hobbies are usually just like selling vitamins and stuff online and supplements and,
That's what you could do. Be the only guy in the tummy tea industry.
Yeah. But women are probably, when they hear this, say, it's because women don't have time for hobbies. We're taking care of everything else. which that's fine.
Try inventing something.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to invent something. All right, so we're going to do the Graham Slam coming up next. There's a lot of stuff on the internets to be making light of today, and we'll do it. Hang on.
TJ's Podcast.
We're here with our old friend, Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies. Now, Richard, you just told me something very important that you wanted me to say, but I don't remember what it was, so can you say it for me? It was something about numbers and percentages and things that I don't understand.
This is the best way for loan officers to keep the majority of the revenue that they earn every year, just like a real estate agent.
Got it.
You know, real estate agents pay what we call a cap in industry. Normally, it's around $16,000 to $20,000, and then after they pay in their commission to reach that for the company, they keep 100% of it. So we're going to do the same thing at Richard Toccato Companies. You as a loan officer are going to pay us a cap of $16,000, and everything else you keep, everything else you earn is yours. So real quick, an example: if you make $200,000 in a year, I'm going to take $16,000 of it, and then you're going to keep $184,000. The traditional model that loan officers work on now, they do $200,000 in revenue, and they keep about $80,000 or $100,000.
Really?
So this is going to change the game. We're going to do what other real estate firms have been doing for years, but we're doing it on the mortgage broker side.
And this is something that's not being done anywhere. It's totally different.
Totally different, not being done anywhere else. We're also going to have revenue share. So if you bring loan officers to us, you're going to make money on, you're going to make money from a downline, just like EXP or Keller Williams.
Wow.
So it's you got to check it out. Just go to workwithrichard.info. It's simple, workwithrichard.info. See if it's for you. Give me a call. Let's have a conversation.
Okay, you want me to try to say it?
Yeah, you say it.
Check it out, workwithrichard.info.
Hi, I'm Thomas Davis, and let me tell you why I'm a proud member of Team Neogenics.
If your nagging pain is keeping you from being active, do something about it. Join the long list of pros and average Joes who have found relief with our stem cell and regenerative therapies.
After trying all the others, I decided to try Neogenics. My knees and shoulders haven't felt this good since my college days. If you want to get back in the game, do what I did. Visit Neogenics, where all you have to lose is pain.
Our nation's second president, John Adams, always slept on the left side of the bed. He believed this would increase his chances of having positive dreams and a more successful next day. That's why every mattress we sell here at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress includes a left side.
And for those that prefer waking up on the right side of the bed, our mattresses come with one of those too.
This President's Day, you can save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic sets. Only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Back to TJ's Podcast.
All right, the Graham Slam. Going all over the internets. And some of the stuff, I mean, I say that we're going to mock everything and make fun of it and all that, but we don't. Some of the stuff is just interesting and some of it's funny. So we won't slam everything, but then the clever name Graham Slam still applies. It still applies. So, this is a woman's funny take on the situation where she lives. She's sitting in, looks like she's sitting in a restaurant or something. She's eating a big salad and she's got the camera right on her. And she's describing the people that live in her area. And she's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I live in a very white, woke area in Brooklyn. And sometimes it feels like, damn, I'm like hunched over. It just feels like every girl here is competing to see who can have the most up dog. And they're all winning. Adopt, don't shop. We get it. You did the right thing. But I have 2 neighbors with dogs in wheelchairs. I see them every morning rolling out, looking at the sky, wanting to die. The girl's always, this is my dog. This is Skittles. He can only have bottled water. What does she always say? Yeah, he saved me. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. You're still mentally ill, Sarah.
Pretty good.
I love that. No, actually, he saved me.
Yeah, you do see that a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. And there's a lot of, she's right, you do see a lot of dogs in wheelchairs now, and it's heartwarming. It's like, oh, yeah. That dog is looking like, oh man, come on.
So do you think, Riggins, that a lot of that is the seeking of moral authority?
It could
be. You rescued a dog, but I rescued a dog in a wheelchair.
Yeah. I mean,
so I'm better than you.
Maybe.
I'm a better person than you.
Maybe. But a lot of these people see their dogs as their kids. Like there's no difference because they don't have kids yet. And, you'd get your kid a wheelchair if he needed a wheelchair. So I think they just look at it the same way. They're like, I'm going to do what I can.
But before I had kids, I would never have looked at a dog the same as a kid. Because there were people when I was young and didn't have kids that treated their dogs like over the top like that, and I'd still think that was screwed up. Come on.
Yeah, and it's also Brooklyn.
Can only have bottled water. Do you still only give your dog filtered cold water?
I do. I don't want to drink the sink water.
He saved me.
No, I don't say that. He didn't save my fat ass. And I didn't save him. And we're under the same.
You rescued him for a lot of money from a breeder.
He's okay. He was always fine.
Yeah, he didn't need saving.
No.
Mm-mm. And do you have the one of the people who haven't had water in so long? This weird couple.
Yeah, this is crazy.
See, and that's one of the things that I think people are too afraid now to call weird people weird. Yeah. It happens that we run across weird people in society, and you are allowed to say it. So say it. When you run across weird people, say they're weird. Because if you don't ridicule it, you get more of it.
Yeah.
And there's some behavior that we need to ridicule. There needs to be shame in the world. I think the clip says everything. It doesn't need any explanation from us. So this is a guy and I think it's his girlfriend. I don't think they're married, but they're a couple. And they look weird, and you can only imagine how weird they look when you hear what they do with themselves.
My name is Nick.
Cheers. My name is Aubrey.
And we are addicted to drinking our urine. And I have not drank water for years now.
Each day I'm consuming about a half gallon of fresh urine. It smells like buttery popcorn.
My name is Nick.
Okay, what is unfresh urine? She said a fresh urine. Does that mean right out of the spigot? Or does that mean it had been gathered and, within the last 24 hours?
Yeah, I think probably in the 24 hours. Because I knew people that used to sell urine and buy urine, pass drug tests and things like that. It's not shelf stable,
But do you have to drink your urine, or could you drink somebody else's and it would be fine?
That I don't know. I'm assuming they're drinking their own, but a half a gallon? Oh my gosh, it's just so gross. It's so gross.
And that's on one of those TLC shows. That's
it was
from
like
one
My
of those.
Strange Addiction.
Yeah.
I'm addicted to drinking my own. Now, good news is that everybody in this has been viewed 12 million times in the last 24 hours. Everybody's like, these people are sick.
Good. We need more of that. And then people will go, well, it's not hurting you. What do you care?
Yeah.
Well, because I used to be that way, like more of a libertarian view of it doesn't affect me. But then sometimes the weirdness ends up affecting me and innocent people in society as well. So I'm not fully like that anymore. I think you ridicule urine drinkers so they don't try to get other people to do it and turn weird.
Yeah. The top comment was from this guy. He said, seeing that anybody can find a partner, especially this couple, gives me hope that I'm going to find someone in my life.
Now, do you think when they met, they were both urine drinkers, or they decided as a couple, you know what?
Or one of them was and convinced the other one to start it. And like, I haven't drank water in a year. I'm going to try it. But I mean, that's taking a leap of faith when you take your first sip of urine.
Ugh.
You really got to trust your partner.
She said buttery. It tastes buttery.
Buttery. Or it smells buttery. Ugh. Buttered popcorn.
Oh. All right, Riggins, what do you think about these teenage guys who have taken to not shampooing their hair ever? Have you seen that?
I saw that. Yeah. What was I didn't read the article, but I saw the headline.
It was just about this trend that's going on, and because for some reason women decided a few clicks ago, as David Spade said, that they don't need to be shampooing their hair, and I think it was part of the dry shampoo craze and all of that. So they're bragging about how long they've gone without shampooing their hair. And then now it's gotten to where like these teenage boys are never like going a year without shampooing their hair. And so the article had these dermatologists and all on talking about, well, you can get dandruff and lose your hair, and the follicles get blocked and they can't grow and all of that. But I don't get it. What's the big deal?
Yeah,
I don't think there was anything that said, yeah, this is good for your hair.
No.
And doesn't it stink?
I would imagine. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, this wouldn't even have been possible. And my parents weren't the strictest parents ever, but if I had told my mom, it's been 6 months, she would be like, you don't get to go to school. You're not doing anything until you go wash your hair. Don't be stupid.
Right.
That
You're just not clean. If your hair's not clean, you're not clean.
You can't do that. I'm sorry.
Now, the dry shampoo thing, women started doing that out of convenience / laziness, which I'm not saying is a bad thing. Sometimes if I had a lot of, if I had to go through a lot to fix my hair, shampoo and fix it and all that, and then I could just have a temporary fix and go on about my day and do it later, I'd probably do that, but that would be from laziness. So I don't mean that all women are lazy. I'm just saying that I think craze was born of convenience / laziness.
I don't, when I forget who it was. It was either Lindsay or Gwen. One of the women on the show said, like, all the things they have to do in the shower.
Mm-hmm.
It sounded exhausting. Like, it's not a relaxing experience for them. I got to shave my legs, got to wash my hair, got to condition the hair. I get, like, there's just more they got to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand if somebody's got a shortcut for you, you're like, hell yeah, I'm going to take that.
You know what else I think most of the women do? When they get out of the shower and they dry off and all, they put lotion all over themselves.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
You're putting lotion. I know. Whitney Cummings was on a podcast talking to a woman. She was like, you don't use lotion ever? She goes, never. She was like, every time I get out of the shower, I cover head to toe in lotion.
Yeah.
Guys don't really do that.
Mm-mm. I have ashy legs sometimes, though, in the summer. If I'm wearing shorts, I have to put the lotion on.
Sure.
I put the lotion on my skin. But other than that, I mean, it's not like I have, like I'm out of body lotion,
Yeah, no.
Never have to do that. Because it's crazy.
Maybe.
No, but hey, I don't mind.
You want to be soft and supple?
Yeah. And there's one of these I want to say for last, and maybe even the next break, the next segment, Riggins, but because I know we're going to be all into this. But let's see, there was Riggins likes funny tweets, and this was the response to a tweet. The first guy tweeted, "Men need to understand that some of these girls bring friends to a date because of safety, not for your food and drinks." So it's people talking about, you can show up for a date and expect me to pay for your friends' food and all that.
It's like a big common thing now.
Yeah. The men need to understand that some of these girls bring friends to a date because of safety, not for your food and drinks. And the response from the guy was, "Okay, have the bitch wait outside with a Glock. Why's she looking through the menu?"
Yeah. Good point.
But okay, I get it. You don't want to. I wouldn't advise meeting somebody on some sort of a dating app or whatever, and just showing up, not knowing anything about him for safety reasons. I get how a girl or woman would want to take a friend with them.
Yeah.
because I have a daughter and I think about that. Okay. But it should be understood that the guy is not paying for your friend's dinner.
Yeah.
Like, you can pay for your friend's dinner as a payment for her coming and protecting you or whatever.
Yeah.
But the guy shouldn't have to pay for 2 meals.
Not only that, now I'm not going on a date with 2 people.
Right.
I don't even want you sitting at. If a woman said, "Is it okay if I bring my friend?" I'm saying no, and I'm not going on a date with her at all.
Yeah.
Like, you think so little of me. Well, guess what? I don't want to date you.
Yeah.
And I know that's probably, they're doing it for a good reason, but it's like, this is not going to work out.
That's also the reason you would meet in public, is because you wouldn't be alone with a person you don't know.
Yeah.
So there really wouldn't be a need if you feel like you're getting some sort of a feeling from the guy that he may be not what he says he is, then just don't go meet him.
Yeah, absolutely. If there's any inkling in your mind, please do not go.
That girl used to work for us named Madden. She met a guy, but it wasn't online or anything. They met in person, and then he asked her out. And they met at an old Charlie's or that type of place. And his ex / baby's mama was there on the date with him because she was a fan of Madden's. That was kind of weird.
Yeah.
But, yeah. What if she showed up with her mom, and her mom was really hot? Would you care about that?
Yeah.
You don't want to.
I'm
want to
not
do that.
into that. It's hard enough. It takes enough brain power to entertain one person one-on-one.
Yeah.
I can't do it for 2 people at once.
And it's hard for me to relate to the whole situation because, when I was single, there was never a, go out with somebody that you've never met, unless it was a blind date that, there were going to be other people there to, the hookup, the fix up, not the hookup. So it's hard for me to relate to that whole situation where you're just going and meeting somebody you've never met except chatting with them on text and online and stuff.
Yeah. Makes sense why women want to be asked out in person now.
Mm-hmm.
By a stranger.
Yeah. But many a times they can ask you out in person and turn out to be, criminals as well.
Sure.
But if I can see his eyes, I can tell. All right. So something else that Riggins has found on the social medias that I flipped out about, and evidently a lot of people are flipping out about it. It's becoming a popular thing, and I have a lot of questions though. But I think this would probably be one of my favorite things ever if I were allowed to sample it.
Yeah.
We'll get to it next.
More of TJ's podcast is coming up.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months, 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
Winter is here, which means you're just going to stay inside and not do anything fun and exciting, right? No, that is wrong, because this year you're going to go to acetj.com/Gaston and see all of the incredible things that you can do right now in Gaston County. Everything is laid out for you, from things to do, to restaurants, to bars, to shopping, to unique weekend activities. And we'll get you ready for the spring and the summer with a list of all their great festivals. Find all of this and much more at acetj.com/Gaston.
If you're so frustrated because you're having to run around all the time, you're so busy, you feel like you're not getting your family something great to eat, then you need Culver's. It's the perfect thing for you. Always made to order, fresh, hot ingredients all day, every day.
And not only do they have the freshest ingredients all day, every day, but they are a part of the community. They're proud to be a part of the Indian Trail community where they're under new ownership. Belmont, University area, Salisbury. Make them a part of your daily routine. Make it your new neighborhood spot. Short waits for the freshest food in town. Get details at acetj.com/Culver's.
Welcome back, world, to TJ's podcast.
So there's a product that's on the market that people are going nuts for, and I don't know, are they hard to find, Riggins? And that's what people are doing. They're trying to track them down because they're so hard to find and very expensive. It's an ice cream sandwich, and I love an ice cream sandwich.
Sure you do.
Oh,
it's like your favorite thing ever.
Love it. And it's called Nightingale Ice Cream is the brand, right?
Out of Virginia, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it is thick, and it looks like instead of having the chocolate cookie part as the outer layers, it looks like just a giant, thick, soft sugar cookie with ice cream in the middle of it. Yeah. But they're still in the shape of a regular ice cream sandwich, but thick. Oh.
And everybody's like hunting them down, and when they find them, they're buying all of them. So there have been like these posts and stuff like, oh my gosh, they're in stock here. You can go get them. I mean, it's crazy.
And they have them all over the country or just in the region of Virginia?
They're shipping nationwide, but I looked it up in our area. There's one chain of grocery stores that's kind of a snooty, like Whole Foods kind of place that carries them. And they're I think $4 a piece.
Well,
so they're not cheap, but they're substantial.
Yeah, they're huge.
And people are now hunting them down and offering, like, saying, this is the best flavor. The best way to eat it is to let it thaw, like get kind of soft.
Uh-huh.
That's the best way to eat it. And the flavors are not like regular flavors.
So that's just they do have a bunch of other flavors?
I think there's 4.
Because the one that they showed in the video is just that sugar cookie looking one.
There's like a Cookie Monster one, which is like a cookies and cream flavor. But I thought the one that was really going to resonate with you was the banana pudding ice cream sandwich.
I'm seeing that one now.
And that's like the vanilla wafer kind of flavored cookie with the banana pudding ice cream in it. Oh.
So
they all look really good.
They have birthday cake, strawberry shortcake, the classic, which is the chocolate one. And so was it the one they were showing in there? Was it the banana pudding one was the one in the video?
I think she was eating the Cookie Monster one. I could be wrong.
Man.
But people are raving about them, saying it's the best way to eat ice cream ever.
Now, are they smaller in the box? If you get a box of them, are they smaller?
I don't even think they sell them in boxes.
It looks like it here. Yeah, but on their website. That's just, okay, that's not boxes. It's, well, yeah, because it looks like it's got the nutrition facts down the side of the box.
It does?
Yeah. Either way, we can't get them, so I'm not going in a liberal grocery store.
Yeah, and this one,
Which one is it?
It's called Fresh Market.
Fresh Market, yeah.
And there's one in Cornelius.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like out of all the places around our area, that was the closest one.
Is that the one? Is it over by Taco Bell?
I think so.
Right there on exit 28.
Yeah. Right.
There used to be a Steinmart right there. You ever heard of Steinmart?
Yeah, I remember Steinmart. But yeah, these look real good.
But I wonder if they've been a kind of a local brand around Virginia where they're from, because there's a local brand of ice cream here in Mooresville, North Carolina, that people in this town, this area, love.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So you got these little, small businesses that do this stuff, and then people find out about it. They start marketing and making them, in more areas.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why we get, for Christmas, my mom goes to the tasteofchicago.com or Tastes of Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
It's all these Chicago foods that they ship nationwide. So every year we get like 5 or 6 of these Lou Malnati's pizzas, which are deep dish Chicago-style pizzas. And it's like the one thing I look forward to. I mean, another thing I look forward to on Christmas. It's getting
All the
5 or
rest
6
of it
those.
sucks.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I look forward to.
And I'll go through 5 or 6 of those pizzas in a month. Like it's every weekend. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
so good. So I love that. The internet has given these like small family businesses the ability to really expand their footprint across the country.
Yeah, and that is one of the best things about the internets. You know, about commerce.
Yeah.
You know, one of the worst things is what it's done to the being addicted to that.
There's countless stories of like a girl posting like, "Hey, my aunt just started this bakery, and there's taking a video, and there's no one. She hasn't had a customer in 2 days, and then in 24 hours, the line is out the door because the video picked up steam on the internet, and now they're overwhelmed and they're selling out. So there are good things that can happen for businesses with the help of the internet. But I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, and I watched this documentary about the Donut King in Southern California.
The Asian guy?
Yeah, the Cambodian. I think he's Cambodian, and how he came to America, and he was in Los Angeles, and he built the donut shop. He worked for a local donut chain, and then he went off and ended up running that chain out of business when he started his. And then brought all of these people from Cambodia, sponsored them to come in, and that's why all of the donut shops in LA are run by Cambodians, because it started out with just his family, and then he would bring other families over, and he was like their leader. And then the documentary is about how he lost everything gambling. But one of the stories that they focused on was a girl whose parents were brought over and sponsored by him and given a donut shop to run, and how the one that her family was involved with just took off when she became, because all the kids grow up working in the donut shop, and she started using social media to promote their donuts and stuff, and running these little specials and things like that, and then it just
blew up,
went crazy. Yeah,
that's awesome.
I love donuts.
Oh man, please. Did you see that one woman on the internet? She went through a Krispy Kreme drive-thru on St. Patrick's Day, and they gave her 12. I guess they were just doing donuts, green donuts all day, just replacing them with the glaze. And she was pissed. She's like, "How are they not gonna tell me they're just gonna give me 12 green donuts?" She was livid. She was like, "I mean, it's fine. I get that they taste the same, but you're not gonna tell somebody before you give them 12 like bright green donuts." I kind of get that. It was funny. She was pissed.
So they didn't have any regular glaze. They were
just all green for St. Patrick's Day, and she just went to get a dozen, and she's like, and I guess it's a little off-putting when you see a green donut.
Well, yeah, people just don't want us being able to celebrate our culture, though.
Are you Irish?
Yeah.
Are you?
But I just say, and it makes my wife nervous when I say it in public, celebrating white culture.
Well, yeah.
Is that a troll?
Yeah, I would imagine.
And the reason why people go so crazy over St. Patrick's Day is because it's the only day that it's okay to talk about, hey, we're having fun and we're white. Because white people aren't supposed to have fun.
I didn't see anything crazy come out of St. Patrick's Day. Usually there's like a bunch of nutty videos, people rioting and things like that. But I think it's toned down in the last couple of years, the St. Patrick's Day celebrations.
Well, it was also Sunday this year.
That's true. That's true. We did a St. Patrick's Day bar crawl one time.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
That was crazy. Got wasted.
I think that was the last sanctioned bar crawl that I've ever done. I was going to say, I think it was the last bar crawl I've ever been part of, but I do it every damn Saturday and put it on the internet. Yeah. That's basically what we do.
Yeah, it's a bar crawl.
I don't think we're doing anything tomorrow, though, with Small Town Adventures. No, because it's going to be raining. And
I know. It's raining today, too.
I know, and this is what I was going to say earlier, and then it just got away from me. But another old man thing. I'm thinking, all right, good. It's raining Friday because I'm going to get some water on my grass seeds.
Yeah, we need the rain. Did you put down hay over the seeds?
No. Aerated, put down the 2 types of fertilizer, seeds, and then another kind of seed called slope seeds, so it won't wash down the hill as badly.
Yeah, okay.
You know.
Are you hopeful that this is going to work out?
Well, of course. Yeah. I don't. But am I confident that it's going to work out? Absolutely not. No, I really don't think I'll be able to tell any difference at the end of the summer. It'll look exactly like it does now.
Yeah. Do your neighbors have good grass? Or is it kind of like yours?
They have it better than mine. But the one neighbor has it a lot better because the neighbors that were living there before, and then they moved, the ones that you met,
yeah,
they put a lot of money into trying to get theirs to go, and so it's better. But we spent a lot of money. So you count when they built the house, they put seeds down and all that. The grass didn't grow worth a damn. Then we had a professional come in, paid him a lot of money to try to get it going. Didn't work out. The next year, another professional, didn't work.
Oh,
now it's me out there spreading seed and fertilizer and all that, and that's why I'm not so confident that it's going to work because other people have tried it.
You're in thousands of dollars territory, right?
Oh yeah.
Trying to get this grass to grow.
Right. And and the thing about it is that I don't think that the neighbors, they didn't have the problem that I have in the main area of my backyard, because the plan was when we built the house is that we were going to build a pool.
Yeah.
Right away. And they kind of did the dirt work in the yard to prepare for a pool. Well, then we moved in, and looked up and said, okay, well, my illustrious radio career has taken a turn, and now I'm basically trying to start a business from the ground up, and pools are 3 times what they were, 4 times what they were 10 years ago.
Really?
So we got out there, got the estimate and all that, and we were like, oh, well, we can't do this. So now the yard goes up on the side, it's way up high, and it dips way down, and it goes up on it, and then on the back, it's another big slope, and it's just.
Jeez, I didn't know.
I should have never told the builder that we were going to put in a pool.
Yeah. And
they would have just done the yard in a normal slope and all of that.
Yeah. So now you got a yard shape for a pool with no pool.
Exactly. Exactly. And every day I look at it, I'm reminded.
Yeah.
I can't afford a pool.
Not yet.
I can't afford a pool. Can't afford grass.
Maybe that'll be your hobby.
That's what Jody said.
Build the pool.
No, not the pool. Jody said that my hobby needs to be, getting grass to grow.
No, that's not fun. But having a pool at the end of your hobby would be sick.
I think you have a license to do that.
You can't just put in your own pool?
I don't know. Maybe.
That's BS if that's true. Like, I need a license to put in my own pool? Give me a break. I'm digging a hole.
And I don't know why people don't bury above ground pools.
I know.
Yeah. If you can bury a trampoline, which is what people do now because we're so soft in America, you ought to be able to bury an above ground pool. Just dig a big circle.
Drop that bitch in there.
Yeah. That's what my hobby's going to be. Building an above ground pool and burying it.
Yeah. That's step 1, just getting the pool. Second step, getting it in the ground. I don't think I've ever seen that. Yeah,
no, I don't even know if it's possible. Mess it up. Now, I've seen plenty of above ground pools that have expensive decks built up around them and everything. So
I know that. I wonder about that too.
What do you wonder?
Why did you spend so much money on this deck? Why didn't you just build an in-ground pool?
Well, because
it seems like it's financially.
No, it's not even close to the same. No.
What's the average pool cost? $50,000?
More than that, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because the one that we were going to be, we don't want fancy things like waterfalls and all that. We just want a rectangular, small pool, and it was over $50,000, just for that. And somebody said the regular pools that are just straight rectangles, you would think are cheaper, but they said the ones that have a different shape to them, like a kidney shape or whatever, is cheaper than a rectangular pool.
Is it smaller, maybe?
I don't know. But I just, every day during the summer, I get home, I go out there and cry. Stand where the pool would be, and I cry.
You could fill the pool with your tears.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the goal.
Because I love a pool. I mean, I know people like pools, but when I had a pool, I never, ever thought, it's too much work, it's not worth it. I never, ever thought that. I was like, I know it's a pain in the ass, but I'd use it, love it.
Yeah. We loved our pool, too.
And, I live out in the country. There's not even a neighborhood pool. We don't have a homeowners association or anything like that.
Yeah, no, and it's not the same. It's not the same.
Mm-mm.
I mean, obviously, but it's worlds better having your own pool.
Yeah. I mean, I can't, if I go to a public pool, I can't take my drawers off or anything.
Yeah.
They frown on that, even during adult swim time. Yeah. Stupid. All right, well, we got to go. Thanks for watching and listening and doing all the stuff. And thanks, you know what? When it comes to being a TJ Fanatico, thank you for just doing. All the doing. Love you. Bye.
Serving the world. It's TJ's podcast.